Hello, everybody. Hello. It's been a minute. It's been a while since I recorded a video for you all. I hope everyone's been okay. We're in November. Can you believe that? The year has almost ended. And I like to keep my videos very brief, as brief as possible. So I'm going to do the same thing for this one. Now, you will notice that I'm wearing a special T-shirt, right? Like a special tee, and so this is the wearing the T-shirt of the communication department at Kane University. Go Cougars! Woohoo! I'm actually gonna post this. I'm actually gonna tag Kane. So sorry for the background is not perfect and everything, but actually that just helps me segue into the message that I am trying to convey today. So again, I'm gonna try to keep this brief, within 5 minutes, and let me just actually set a timer for myself. In all seriousness, so those of you that folks that have like that know me, right? That have interacted with me before, friends of mine, if you know me personally, or somehow, or even my students, you will recognize there's a certain friend of mine I always talk about, right? This friend. Okay, let me let me not kind of dramatize it a lot more than that. And that friend of mine, I always like I get a lot of advice from him from time to time. So the friend happens to be a fellow professor, like I am, right? Like a fellow communication professor. In fact, they just coincidentally happen to be a professor of communication. Okay, an adjunct professor of communication at a certain school. That's again, let me not reveal too much beyond that. And in all seriousness, now they said that another friend told them that when it was like the friend was on an elevator, going like to their floor, they heard some students were in there with the professor, and the students. These are students. They did not know that this person is a professor, and so they were talking about. Like, oh my god, I'm so not ready. Like, uh, what? And then like they're talking to each other. A couple of young ladies and a gentleman. They're like, what do you have? You have a test? Like, yeah, I have a bio test. I have not studied. I studied on the bus. And the other one goes, "Oh man, I have a speech. Yeah, guess what? Guess how I wrote it." And, one young lady goes, "ChatGPT." And the guy goes, "Yep." ChatGPT wrote it for me. All of it. Isn't that sweet? And my friend's friend is listening to the students, and they're like, okay. So they got to their floor. The students went their own way, and my friend went their own merry way. I'm not even going to reveal their agenda. It's a they. My friend burst out laughing. My friend was laughing like, "Oh my god!" Because rather, my friend's friend happens to be teaching. Because the people were the students were talking about like remember the gentleman said a speech. I have a speech, yeah, and I guess how I wrote it, ChatGPT. And my friend's colleague just happens to be teaching a similar class, a public speaking class. Okay, let's just that's how it is. Couple of things. Number one, my friend, like I personally, now this is me, because my friend was telling me about it and he was asking me for some advice, right? Let's just put it that way. And so my advice, here's how I feel about the whole thing. Number one, this might be controversial. This might sound come off as controversial to people out there. If I'm that my friend's colleague, because me myself, I've gotten outlines, speech outlines from students, and students are giving their speeches, and guess what? If they use ChatGPT, indeed, I'm not gonna mind. Yeah, just right now. Bear with me here, like because I'm not gonna mind because the way these speeches are, a key part of them is So not, like the people that have, if you remember you took the class in college and you can remember it, the communication basic course, or you teach it or whatever, you know that a big part of it, depending on how the professor grades you, but a big part of it is these two things: there's the outline and then there's the delivery. And it is obvious, like it's uncannily obvious when anytime someone thinks that they can pull something like that off, in terms of like, oh my god, yeah, just like they might, you might. But the other thing that ChatGPT probably won't do, unless you tell them to, is they won't cite the references for you. We have discussed this. This is being discussed on LinkedIn ad nauseum. The fact that ChatGPT, oh my god, like we're giving our, we're letting Chat, AI think first, etc., etc. But I've graded outlines, and I know, I myself as a writer, as somebody that writes, for work, in a professional capacity, even if I use ChatGPT to like generate something, first of all, a lot of the time. So let me just show you guys my, what I sometimes call my crazy wall. This is my plot. This is like my novel manuscript, right? Because I'm writing so like these are the characters' names, Princess Leia, etc., etc. And sometimes I have ChatGPT like come up with like a paragraph or something like that. All right, I'm gonna have to freeze my time because like my time is ran out. Okay, so I'm gonna freeze it at like 5 seconds. Okay. No, but in all seriousness, and it's so corny. Like if I'm to like leave that in the manuscript, if I'm to try to have ChatGPT write the entire manuscript for me, whatever, in the end I end up writing everything myself, more or less. Is what I'm trying to tell you. And so I've been grading my students' outlines for their informative speeches. This week they have their persuasive speeches. Eventually they're gonna do their group speeches, group symposium speeches. And what I'm trying to say here is, my message is, let's not freak out about, like Gen AI, or oh my God, we're letting AI think for us, etc. Because as someone, just in both as a capacity, as like somebody that has to write stuff, to do deliverables, to prepare deliverables, and someone as a professor, I can tell you that if you think that ChatGPT is going to do your work for you, and you're trying to do a good job with whatever it is you're doing, you're in trouble. Let's just put it that way. I'm gonna end the video here. It's always a pleasure catching up with y'all. If you like, yeah, please, if you like the video, just go ahead and give it a like, share it, comment. I'm actually gonna I'm gonna leave the comments section. You can comment on it, and I'd love to hear what you think. Thank you so much. Happy holidays, everybody, all over the world. In the United States, Thanksgiving is coming up. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy holidays to everybody. I hope the year has been not a, I hope the year has gone well for you. I lost someone, but that's okay. Uh, I'm in my grieving process, but the person lived a good life. Okay, so love you all. Have a good rest of, again, good night, good day, wherever you are. And be sure to come check out my channel some other time. Okay? Over and out.